We're at Hansen. So I'm narrating.
Hey, guys.
We're at the Hansen Dam. We're filming the COVID-19 test site here at the Hansen Dam. It's Thursday, probably about it's Thursday, probably about 1:30 in the afternoon. What's going on?
So this is a patient privacy issue. So I just want to ask that you please not video any patient's faces, license plates, anything that's identifying information.
Never ceases to amaze me. That doesn't make sense.
You are legally allowed to be here.
Testing area here at the Hansen Dam. Shh.
Sir, you need to leave. You're on city property right now. You can't be here.
She just told me I'm allowed to be here.
You're not. It's closed.
It's closed?
Yep. You can't be here.
Okay. Is this park open to the public or not right now?
Open portion, yeah.
It's open to the public?
Yeah.
Okay. Step back 6 feet. Step back, sir. Step back. An idiot. My God. They're yelling out numbers. I think that's their confirmation or their appointment or their ID number for anonymity. We got a TI. First TI of the day. Here we go. Here it comes. Contact. So here we are at a COVID testing site. We're at Hansen. So I'm narrating.
Hey, guys.
He's telling them in the radio LAFD. So we're gonna have the fire department come up and talk to us. And here we go, we got a woman coming now, so. Yeah, so like I said, we're at the Hansen Dam. We're filming the COVID-19 test site here at the Hansen Dam. It's Thursday, probably about it's Thursday, probably about 1:30 in the afternoon. There looks to be I haven't seen how many cars are out on the street, but there seems to be easily 400 to 600 cars here waiting for COVID testing. So we're going to see what the how long it takes for people, and we're going to see what the process is here. So looks like some doctors or nurses over there. They seem to be yelling out some numbers. I'm not sure exactly what those are, just arbitrary numbers. If that's a patient ID number, if that's their appointment number. And you can see there in the distance that they are picking up the test kits with the little I'm narrating.
I need to speak with you.
What? You're interrupting. You're interrupting. What's going on?
So this is a patient privacy issue. So I just want to ask that you please not video any patient's faces, license plates, anything that's identifying information.
Never ceases to amaze me. That doesn't make sense.
You are legally allowed to be here. You are legally allowed to be here. But I just needed to let you know that.
So, am I breaking HIPAA laws if I do that?
I believe so.
You believe so? Would you like to? Do you think you should get clarification? Do you want to double down on that? Do you understand? Are you a medical professional, or are you?
Sir, I'm the manager of this site.
Okay.
This is what I've been told to tell you
By whom?
by my supervisor.
Does that person have initials after their name, like RN, LVN, MD?
Sir, I'm just asking you, please be kind to our patients.
Have I not? Have I been unkind to your patients?
Sir, please don't antagonize that way. I'm just asking you, please.
How is my standing in public, filming from a distance, not speaking to anyone, antagonistic in any way? In fact, her interrupting my filming and demanding my attention is antagonistic.
Don't take any footage of something that could identify someone. It's just not respectful to the patients.
Okay,
Thank
who is
you.
on the hook for HIPAA violations, me or you? Go check with your supervisor. Learn the law. Here's a satellite shot of Hansen Dam. This was built in 1940 in Pacoima, California, which is in the northeast San Fernando Valley. As you can see from this view, there is a park notated by the trees and the greenery. The red box, which is right next to a skate park, is where I set up my camera to film. This park is a public Los Angeles City-run park and is not part of the Hansen Dam, which is actually federal land. People start losing their minds over my filming from public. Unlike Kaiser, this is a self-swab test where they pick up the test kit at one tent, self-swab their mouth, and return it to the next tent. Here's a close-up view of where I am in relation to the park and the parking lot. They actually have police tape setting the boundary of where you can go and can't go, making it abundantly clear. Well, I stopped shushing. I shushed her for a while, and she did back down for at least 30 to 45 seconds. But, oh, he's using the Hong Kong...
She's just asking you to be respectful, but it's so bad she'll call LAPD.
Right. So he's using the umbrella. He's using the Hong Kong rioter umbrella. So... yeah, she's on the phone now, so I thought that was really interesting that she did say that I was allowed to be here. So we already have her on camera citing that it's okay for my being here. So, but she did say it was a patient privacy issue, which means HIPAA. Which means you, not me. So
If you're allowed to be there, why is she threatening you with LAPD?
yeah, good point. She did allow me to narrate for a little bit, but I mean her entire demeanor was that of, you need to listen to me, and I know more than you. So she ruined it. She could have come up respectfully. She had to threaten, right? She had to threaten. Because they said to call LAFD. These first people here in the tent said to call LAFD, which the reality is they have no jurisdiction. So she's threatening to call LAPD.
If they say that it's a patient privacy thing in the future, tell her that it's her responsibility to keep patient information private, not yours. You're standing in public.
Well, she was saying plate numbers and faces. So I don't know how they would be able to prevent that, but oh well, probably shouldn't have had a fucking drive-through out in a public area. Could have done it in a parking garage or Dodger Stadium. Somewhere that was a little bit more geographically suitable for prying eyes.
Numbers and faces are not patient privacy issues. If that were the case, anyone who parked in a parking lot of a hospital or came out of a doctor's appointment in any place would be breaking privacy issues. That's not a thing.
Right, you're right, thank you. Okay, here comes the fire department. So we're here at Hansen Dam. We're here at a COVID-19 testing area here
Sir, you need
at
to
the
leave.
Hansen Dam. Shh.
Sir, you
Stop
need to
talking.
leave. You're on city property right now. You can't be here.
She
can't
just
be
told me
here.
I'm allowed to be
No, you're
here.
not. It's closed.
It's closed?
Yep. You can't be here.
Okay, so I'll go out and film everybody's plate number at the traffic signal then. You're cool with that?
No, that's against HIPAA violations. I'm not cool.
Is it?
You
Oh my God.
You need to leave here, please. Right
I'm
now.
gonna go get some, okay, I'm gonna leave.
Leave?
I'm gonna
Okay.
go get everybody's personal plate. I'm gonna publish it live on the internet. How's
Just
that
as long as
sound?
you leave the city property. Thank you.
Cool, no problem. What's your name?
City property, please.
What's your
Please
name?
leave. Please leave. You're
What's your name,
trespassing.
sir?
Well, when you get off the property, I'll tell you my name.
Of course he never gives me his name because he's a coward and he knows he's in the wrong, and his supervisor lets him know. Meet the ill-informed Austin Hajar. This poor level of service is what we get for $250,000 a year? My God.
Once we get off the property here.
HIPAA violation.
Yeah, this is not a HIPAA violation, you
It is.
fucking idiot. It is not, you fucking idiot.
It is.
You're a fucking idiot,
Okay.
dude.
Thank you. Let's keep going. Come on.
Do you know anything?
Let's go.
I want to get your name.
Let's go.
All right, I'm gonna publish everybody's fucking plate here. I got 8 hours of battery time.
Okay.
How does that
Are
sound?
those Energizers or Duracells? Your batteries.
And this douchebag will be peering at the Lafd factory.
Closed down because it's open to the entire public except you.
Yeah, exactly. So everybody else, you're kicking everybody else out here, sir? Yes or no? Yes or no, douche? God, you are stupid. To think people think you're a fucking hero.
Yeah, non-emergency. This is firefighter engineer Austin Hajar over at the Hansen Rec Center test site. I need PD for to meet me here. I've got a unauthorized person filming on city property.
I'm leaving.
Violating HIPAA laws, and if you can get someone from just an officer come over here to take a report real quick.
One of two things is happening here. Either firefighter Hajar is so incompetent at his job that he doesn't understand basic HIPAA laws and what being in public means, or he completely understands and is using his authority and job title to convince police that there are multiple crimes being committed on this site. Cool. Perfect. Are you a betting man?
Longfield and Osborne.
I'm a lawyer right now.
Yeah.
Call the city attorney while you're at it. You are dumber than shit. Do you understand that I cannot be charged with HIPAA violation?
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Bye-bye.
Do you understand I can't be charged with a HIPAA violation? The onus is on you and the medical staff here.
Choose you guys to exit.
Tell that lady with the kid. I'm leaving. So you said I'm to know. I'll leave where I want to leave. You don't tell me what to do.
Well, I appreciate you cooperating. Thank you.
I'm absolutely cooperating.
No, I appreciate it. It's very nice of you.
Are you a betting man? 50 bucks. PD shows up. I don't ID, and I don't leave the sidewalk. And
Please get off city property though.
now, this is an easement. All right, I'm gonna go get everybody's plate. I'll go on the public sidewalk and get everybody's plate. And when they get irritated, I'll send them to LAFD and our heroes. Here we go. Public sidewalk. Congratulations.
Right over there.
Yep, this is the sidewalk. Here we go. Public sidewalk. Congratulations.
Right over there.
Yep, this is the sidewalk. This is the public sidewalk. So firefighter Hajar is not getting his way, so he throws a hissy fit and gets up into my face. As you can see here, his left shoulder is touching my Canon camera, which is
on a tripod right now. This is absolute childish intimidation tactics that appear to be the go-to for LAFD. You can back up at any time. Do you understand the first thing about HIPAA laws? Yeah, that's a no. This is the public sidewalk. You can back up at any time. Do you understand the first thing about HIPAA laws? Yeah, that's a no. What engine company are you out of?
Phone with the lawyer. This is not breaking HIPAA laws, and he cannot ask you to do that, and he needs to be 6 feet away.
Yeah, move back, dude.
Oh, you can get back 6 feet.
Move back. No, f you, dude. You walked up on me, you fucking idiot.
Here. Do you have the N95 mask on?
Fucking idiot. You are really dumber than shit. I thought they trained you guys on a basic level of HIPAA, but apparently not. So here's the deal. So the people that are taking the information, they are liable for the privacy, not me. A person in the general public cannot be charged with a HIPAA violation, sir. That is the basics.
You're 6 feet away. The lawyer says if he continues to follow you and you're 6 feet away and he continues to come up on you, it is personal harassment.
Yep.
And he is open to a personal lawsuit.
Perfect.
Okay. Just 6 feet.
Well, I'm gonna walk right over here. He mocks me for my mask, stating you're not wearing an N95 mask. At the time I recorded this encounter, there were no N95 masks available for purchase to the general public. Our government had asked that all N95 masks be reserved for first responders and frontline workers. I sacrificed having an N95 mask so that he could be provided with one to protect him. How dare he mock me for my sacrifice? Proving his ego is more important than my health. And this is the man the LAFD has presiding over an entire health testing site with thousands of patients per day. Shows just how little he cares about the general public and is willing to flaunt his position over me.
Lawyer also says him calling LAPD to bully you off of public property is a misuse of police force.
Yep. Boy, that's really unfortunate. You think it's my first day out with a camera, dude? You kicking everybody else off the park? Yeah, that's a big fat no.
Property is not closed to the public. This park is open to the public currently. The only park that is closed is over there, and you never entered that property.
And I was already told by the woman who's running the site that I'm allowed to be there, that it's a public space and a public park. Listen, we usually make just the police look like idiots, but I mean, listen, I'm happy to, you know, turn it to LAFD too, guy. That's totally on you. Completely on you.
Currently happening is he is preventing you from being able to film a story, preventing you from a legal area of being able to film a story.
Are your abandonment issues kicking in? PD's not showing up yet. You want them to show up code 3? They're not coming. Hold on 1 second. Hey sir, is this public? Is this open to the public, the park?
The lawyer says
Is-
to stay put until he
is the
clears
pub-
this entire park of
Is
all
this
people.
is this open to the public, the park right now?
That is all it is, and it is
Oh,
harassment.
Sorry?
As of now, this part of the park is closed due to
All the green grass, is that closed? The green part, is that open or closed? What?
not closed.
It's not closed. Thank you very much, Park Ranger. I appreciate you. It's not closed, sir. You heard it from the Park Ranger.
Okay, guys, get a soup over here. Yeah, thanks.
God, you are...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Here's the deal, guys. He's trying to solicit a trespass from the park ranger. Look at this. He's trying to solicit a trespass. Park ranger said that the park's open. Who would know more, the park ranger or you, who barely graduated high school? That was a question, sir. Who do you think knows more about the jurisdiction of the park, a park ranger or a fire department? Actual question. $50, police show up, I don't ID and I don't leave this spot, and I actually come back on the scene here. So, you want to take that bet?
549 on the traffic accident intersection of Van Noah and Coldwater Canyon.
So, the park is open to the public, Acosta, correct?
Sir, to my knowledge it is, but I gotta make sure. Because I'm just a pretty person.
Right, okay. And Jay Vasquez is the other park ranger. Step back 6 feet. Step back, sir. Step back. You walked up here. Take a step back. Take a step back. There you go. Good servant. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. My God. Good servant. Fucking idiot. You guys that professional? Do you see what he's doing here? I appreciate you guys. You guys are actually calling for a supervisor and handling it professionally. Unlike this guy who thinks I'm breaking HIPAA laws right now. I'm sorry, Acosta, is that your name? There's no sidewalk on the park, so that means that there's a public easement there, correct?
Sorry?
There's no sidewalk on the park.
Yeah.
Which means the Hansen Dam does not maintain those utility poles or the speed limit poles, correct?
Yeah, we don't.
Right, so that means that that's city property there, that it's not part of the park. There's a public easement, correct?
Yeah, like when my supervisor comes to explain it more, only because I'm a security officer, so I'm not...
Yeah, okay. I appreciate it. I appreciate somebody who says, I'd like to get further information. I appreciate your professionalism and saying, hey, I'm not sure, let me get clarification. Well, this asshat thinks I violated HIPAA laws.
So it looks like it's time for Hajar's education. Police took a solid 20 to 30 minutes to arrive.
I don't know what this guy's name is. He said his name over the phone. The police are here. And it looks like the park ranger supervisor is here too. This ought to be fucking golden. Is that your supervisor? Cool, thank you. Thank you for calling him. I appreciate. You guys have been great. So the brief rundown is HIPAA laws. I can't break the HIPAA law as a civilian. If I film something that's private, they're saying that people's faces and license plates are private medical information. That's utter insanity. That means you could go inside a parking lot of a hospital and expose everybody. It's a ridiculous argument, and I can't be in violation. If there's a medical document and I film it, I can't be arrested for HIPAA. The person that exposed that medical document can be. I can't as the general public. He knows that. Fire department knows that. And he's just using it to try to bully me off the property. I want to know why nobody else is why there's still people in the park. If the park is closed, why am I the only one that got singled out to be removed from the park? So, but you guys have been great. I appreciate it. So, you guys made yourself look great. I just sit here with a camera and document.
What are you documenting?
I'm here doing a story on the test site.
Okay.
So they flipped out, citing patient privacy, which is laughable. I cannot be cited for a HIPAA violation. A nurse can if she exposes a paper with medical information. Here's your supervisor now.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hi, how are you?
We're just trying to figure out what's going on. I just got on scene.
Okay. I'm filming a story on the COVID testing site.
Okay.
Is this park open to the public or not right now?
Well, some of the areas are opened up.
The grass portion of the park.
Open portion, yeah.
It's open to the public.
Yeah.
Okay. That fireman just kicked me. The first person from CORE who's running the site, the poor person, she said, I'm allowed to be here. She said, I have no problem with that. She goes, but try not to film anybody's faces or license plate number, that's private medical information, which is ridiculous. That's not private medical.
We're trying to figure out what's going on right now.
Okay.
I guess we're trying to figure out what your goal is.
I'm just here filming a story on the COVID test site.
Okay.
So I'm a journalist. You know, I can be on a public space and film something.
All right, I'm gonna go talk to him, get his side.
Also, I just told them, HIPAA, which is the Patient Privacy Act, right?
Yeah, I know HIPAA.
Okay, if a nurse has a document out with somebody's private medical information and I inadvertently film it, I cannot be arrested or charged with HIPAA.
Are you trying to inadvertently film it, or
no.
are you trying to film it?
No, they're citing that's, oh my God, HIPAA.
Right.
I cannot be charged with a HIPAA violation as a civilian.
Okay.
They are on the hook for this HIPAA violation.
Okay.
That's like saying if you have a gun
I hear what you're saying.
and someone else grabs it and shoots, it's not their responsibility, it's your responsibility to secure your firearm.
So are you willing to work with them, kind of with their like...
I want to be on a public area where I'm allowed to be, filming. The fireman, who will not identify himself, refused, physically pushed me off, said I needed to leave, so I left. There's plenty of people still in the park, so the park is not closed.
So you want to film a story?
Yes.
Now,
I wanted to get some footage of the test site. That is not in violation of HIPAA.
I'm not saying it is. I'm just trying to figure out what you want to do, and I'm going to talk to them. I guess
if you guys Google right now, COVID-19 outdoor test sites, you will see hundreds of photographs of people swabbing people.
Okay.
That's not a violation of HIPAA.
I'm not saying it is.
No, they are.
Okay.
So they know, they either don't know HIPAA laws or they're trying to intimidate me and think I don't know about HIPAA laws.
I don't think that's what's going on here. I think there's some kind of confusion.
No. I appreciate your naivete. That's not what's going on here, sir. I assure you that fireman knows about HIPAA laws. I assure you those policemen know about photography laws. I assure you. So I'm not leaving until I get my footage. No, he did. He forced me off the property. Fireman did.
Let me go talk to them, see what's up.
Cool, thanks, man. What's your name?
Baron.
Baron, thank you very much. Been very professional. I appreciate it. See, kids, and that's how you handle the general public. You don't come up and try to physically push them off the property and try to intimidate, because it's not going to work for somebody that knows the law.
So in hindsight, I'm looking back watching this. I talked to Hajar's supervisor a couple of months after this incident, and apparently he was reading Hajar the Riot Act that he was totally out of line here. So this is the last time we're going to see firefighter Hajar, the superhero, because he tucks tail and never shows his face again, like the true coward that he is, and doesn't have the balls to man up and say, hey man, I was wrong. Comment below if you think the $250,000 a year salary that Hajar gets is worth our money.
All right, here it comes, kids. Here comes the cop-splaining 101. Listen to this. Listen to them try to, they're going to give me a directive on the way out of here. They're going to tell me what to do and what not to do. I want his name. He said he was, I want his name right now. He said he was, I want his name right now. Call it in. Call it in, Flutie.
Okay, so.
Call it in, Flutie. No. I want his name. I want his name.
I don't work for him.
Okay, no, you were just talking to him. How about you, Monge? Get his name. Well, figure it out.
Here's what this is. So, the park's open to the public. There's no expectation of privacy if it's open to the public.
Oh, brown nose.
You may film in there. Obviously, some of these citizens here are concerned that you're invading their privacy and HIPAA laws. That's going to be between you and them if anything gets released. As long as you don't go inside their caution tape, you're free to do what you want.
Cool.
Sound good?
All right. I know my rights. I know what I'm here to do, sir. I'm well aware of all of this. This is not, it's not my first rodeo. But that asshole over, he physically removed me. He also made a false 911 call as he was physically removing me from the site. To that he said I was refusing to leave. As we were exiting the park to this site, he called 911 and said he is refusing to leave. So
he did generate a call. That's why we're here.
Okay.
So
I understand that. Are you going to cite him for a false 911 call?
Information that he received. This is according to him. He said the mayor's office said that no press was allowed to be in here filming. So I think it's more of a chain of command issue and a training issue.
So does the mayor's office override First Amendment and freedom of press?
That does not, no.
Thank you. No, listen, I know what I'm doing. Yeah. And can I get your serial number?
Yes, I can. You want a business card?
No, I don't want any touchy.
Okay, it's 38443.
38443, thank you very much.
44294.
44294, MONG. All right, you guys were great. These guys were great. The fireman was the only, I mean, he made a false 911 call. And he physically forced me off the property and saying that I was refusing to leave.
Yeah, and I think that's an issue of what information he received was, according to the mayor's office, no one's allowed to be in here filming.
Okay, but
I think as long as you're outside the testing zone, but obviously he doesn't know.
They have, well, he doesn't know much. There's yellow caution tape up there.
There is.
That would lead one to believe that you're not supposed to walk past that. That's the limit line.
Correct.
For lack of a better term.
Yes.
Okay. So, but he knows better. I was leaving and he made a 911 call saying that I'm refusing to leave as we were walking out of the park. You think he knows better than that?
I don't know. If you'd like, we can go find a supervisor.
Yeah, I want a supervisor. Yes, that would be amazing. Okay. I can walk down there with you.
Okay.
If you want.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
Address that with him.
I would love that. I would love to talk to us.
Radio and have them send someone?
Yeah. No, this is no. He.
Okay. You want to respond?
Yeah. I want that guy. I want that guy's name. Okay. He refused to give me his name, which leads me to believe that he's doing something nefarious, or there's a reason why he's not giving me your name. You guys have been very transparent with me. You guys have no beef with what I'm doing. I have no beef with what you guys are doing. You guys got a call. You're here. You saw that nothing.
We're recording.
Absolutely. We're all recording, right? I mean, so yeah, it was just the bully tactics. That's just not going to fly. And listen, with all due respect, you guys have been getting the heat lately with the batoning and stuff like that. No, fire department has been untouched for the most part, right? As far as nobody has created a song that said F the fire department, right? Right. So we're starting to see some of the chinks in the armor on the fire department and how they're not as much of heroes as everybody's made them out to be. So, but I'm just here to just let the camera do the story, and he became the story. So I appreciate you guys' professionalism. Thank you very much. And if we could talk to one of the supervisors from FD, that would be amazing.
For you and
I'm sorry?
You're gonna get his name for you?
Great, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Still want a supervisor?
Yeah, I'd like a supervisor, because he made a false 911 call, which that is a crime. It's rarely enforced, but I think somebody in the position of power as it should definitely be enforced more. I mean, somebody that's sworn that knows a little bit more than the average citizen, who might call 911 and go, oh my God, there's a black guy, he's trying to mug me and he's just walking his dog. Somebody that's sworn to a position that works for the city of Los Angeles, I would think, I'll actually know that he knows better than to make a false 911 call. And that was a false 911 call.
Well, I think an issue of, it's probably a communication breakdown and a training issue. You know, the fire department's receiving information from the mayor's office.
If I called right now and said there was a pine tree on fire right here at the corner, would I be charged with a crime when you showed up here?
Probably not. Who's to say you didn't see smoke or see what you believe to be a fire, right?
What if I said the tree was fully engulfed? I'm just saying that he knows better is the point that I'm trying to make. And he was just being a bully and just being a douchebag, and yeah, that's not going to fly. So
okay, we'll go over and find a supervisor.
Cool. And you hang out here? Cool. You guys are out of where? You guys are out of Foothill?
We're out of Foothill.
Cool. Thank you. You guys have been awesome.
We'll go down and get a supervisor.
Yeah, you can have him come here. That'd be great. That'd be great. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. Journalism is the only career path, one of the only career paths that is constitutionally protected. So any order from the mayor...
Back on property where you can be to finish the story. We have a press deadline.
Okay. Copy that, I will.
Who are you with, if you don't mind me asking? Are you like independent or?
Yeah, I'm an independent journalist. You'll see this.
Okay.
I'll put your name up on it. You'll find it if you do a Google search. And I don't make anybody look good or bad. You make yourself look good or bad, and you made yourself look great. You're two, I don't know if they're deputies, I don't know what you call them, or employees, I don't know what the technical term is, the park rangers.
Yeah.
They were great. I asked him, is the park open to the public? He said, I think so, but let me get clarification. That's the right answer, right? Not, screw you, we're gonna throw you off the property, I'm gonna physically, and then make a phony 911 call. I mean, so I'm gonna walk back on here a little bit. I'm gonna finish the story and wrap up because I got places to be.
All right.
So I appreciate your professionalism. You've been great.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, that'd be great. Can you? And if you could spell it out, because he said his name over the phone, and it sounded like a difficult name to. Okay.
Yeah, it's H-A-J-J-A-R.
H-A-J, yeah.
That's the serial number.
Great, thank you very much. Do you know what engine company they're out of, or just whatever one's closest to here?
We're not sure on that.
Okay. I got a YouTube channel. It's called Johnny50.
Okay.
You guys are going to be on it in a couple of weeks, and you guys are going to look like fucking superstars, because you guys made yourselves look like superstars. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, thank you very much for your service. Stay safe.
Stay safe.
Yes.
Can you get your name? You have to put it in our DFVR.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay. Textbook TIs escalated.
You point out to the camera by saying where you can edit it in, but be sure that you're not just saying he filed a false police report. He's actually doing that on purpose to file a false police report to get his buddies to come with the handcuffs and take you away, because he doesn't have the ability to do that himself.
You're right. Thank you. All right, let me change some batteries out here real quick. This is going to be a 40-minute video. And you know what? Those cops were fucking fantastic. Those park rangers were fucking fantastic.
We got that information if you want it, with the supervisor.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great.
Do you want to write it down, or?
I'll take it.
Okay.
Or let me just...
You want? Sure. So it's Captain Thomas.
Captain Thomas. K-I-T-T-A-H-A-I-A.
Yes. 310-575-8569. That's the station of Fire Station 69.
Thank you.
And then his city cell is 805-405-8646.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Hello.
Hi, I'm looking for Captain Thomas, please.
Yeah, that's me.
Hi, Captain Thomas. My name is Johnny Olson. I'm a photographer and a journalist, and I was over at the Hansen Dam a couple of weeks back shooting a story on the COVID test sites.
Oh, okay.
And I was just about physically accosted by one of your firemen. I'm trying to find his name here. I don't know. I've got it here somewhere on a post-it note. He came up to me. I was on the public park. Are you familiar with the Hansen Dam setup there that's going on with the COVID?
Sure is.
Okay. So I was over by the skate park. Okay. Where in a public park where there were the public was out and about and sitting down and enjoying a public park.
Yeah, you can totally be there and it's open to the public.
Okay, well, you're gonna see the video. I'm publishing a video, and you're gonna see. And I like I said, I don't know if you heard of the incident in question. Maybe you have. Hopefully, you have.
I can't remember who mentioned it, but someone did mention it.
Okay.
And I did tell him that if you were in public area, you have the right to do that. You can do what you want in public as long as you're not on the actual test site.
Right.
You don't, you can film.
Right.
But if you're on the test site, that's a different story.
Yeah, I wasn't on the.
You being a reporter, know exactly.
Yeah, I know the rules.
Yeah, you know the rules.
Well, and as I tell everybody, if you click on COVID test sites in Google and click on images, there are thousands of images of people with being swabbed in the back of their throat. I mean,
I know.
So.
That's bad. Yeah.
No. There's nothing wrong with that. That's.
Oh no, I mean, if with the public identity, if someone else is shooting them, that's not good.
No, it's actually a constitutionally protected act under the First Amendment. So
you're shooting people's faces when they're doing that?
Let me ask you this question. First of all, I was not there to expose any private medical information.
No, I totally agree.
Second of all, somebody's face is not HIPAA protected. Somebody's face is not private medical information. Somebody's license plate is not private medical information.
No.
Okay, no, I just for clarity reasons.
If they're doing something medically with it, but just their faces is open game. Yeah.
Okay, so.
Well, anyway, I apologize ahead of time for the situation, and if I can get the guy's name, I will definitely talk to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna be published.
Story.
Yeah, I'm gonna be publishing this. So I've got his name written down somewhere. Trust me. But the one.
I apologize.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. There were several disturbing.
Sounds like you're a good guy, and that you are.
Listen, I know the rules, and what was also interesting was the head of the site from the core person, whether it was a volunteer or an employee. She walked up to me and she said, "You have every right to be here, comma," and then went into the but please be respectful. And I said, "Have I been disrespectful?" And she was like, "Sir, stop with this antagonistic." And I mean, you'll see it all.
Sounds like you were asking a question.
Yeah, you'll get to see it. So your guy walks up to me. So even though she knows I can be there, she escalates by contacting FD, which is on site. Okay.
Okay.
So your guy approaches me. He tells me a couple of things that so either one of two things were happening. Either he's completely untrained and has no idea what he's talking about, or he completely understands what he's talking about and is outright lying to me. So one of those two scenarios was happening. So he said that I was violating HIPAA laws by being there on a public area. And then when he realized that I was on a public park and realized that he might have made an error, he said to me that the park was closed to the public that day, which is untrue because 10 minutes later, park rangers showed up and I asked them, I said, "Is the park closed for the public today?" And they said, "Absolutely not." But,
it's not.
Right. And here's where the park rangers outdid your firemen, they said, but let me call my supervisor and get clarification.
Yeah.
Because I kept telling him he needs to, then he made a false 911 call of saying that I was trespassing and refusing to leave as I was vacating the premises with his just the, I mean, in my face, like threat of physical violence in my face. Like that's how close of proximity that he was. So.
Okay.
So.
Here again, I have.
Okay. I just, if there could be some training, if there could be some basic understanding of the law. Police department came out. They had nothing to say to me other than, you have every right to be here, sir. And then he ducked out and apologized. He swore he was going to give me his name once I vacated, which is the biggest BS line ever. I mean, cops tell you that all the time. It's just a way to redirect you to not get their name. I got his. I refused to leave the site until I got his name, and then the police. No, absolutely no. This guy needs to be held accountable, and the police got your name and gave me your info, and so I just wanted to just call you and let you know what was going on, and there's going to be a video being published, and and I appreciate your being professional and cordial with me.
Oh yeah, you know, when you're professional and cordial, you deserve to be.
Well, that's what I tell people because I get heated in the video, and there's some profanity, and I tell people that I mirror energy. If you come at me sideways, not knowing the law, you are going to get sideways back. It's just it's just how that works. If you know.
No, I understand that.
So okay, so yeah, I just wanted to. And I was back a couple other times, and he made no contact with me, which was good. And the police were called, but did not make contact with me. So it just seems like a colossal waste of resources to be calling people from Foothill Division to show up for something as silly as, you know.
Yeah.
So, and
so I
good.
Can't say. I can't see the disposition of the guy or whatever it is, but there's a certain point where you're right. You know, you're right. It shouldn't be messed with if you're not doing any harm and you're not being antagonistic. I don't know what was going on there, but it didn't sound like you were doing anything out of the ordinary.
No, you'll see. You'll see it all, and so. Just out of curiosity, I don't know much about fire. I know the police swear an oath. Do firemen swear an oath on protecting the Constitution? Do they protect an oath on Constitution or?
We swear on the oath of office. The same as.
Okay,
But yeah.
Okay, I was just curious if you guys did or not. So.
Yeah, I hope you don't think that our department is horrific. Just in talking to you, I think you know that I am I'm a proponent of what you do as well. So
no, I understand that, but
yeah.
You know, like I said,
and I will work with these guys and talk to them a little bit about HIPAA and why it's your right to film, you know.
But ultimately, and what people don't understand, and this is what I was trying to explain to Team Rubicon, and these were people that were EMTs and nurses. And I said, I as a member of the general public cannot, if you have a chart out visible and it says Johnny Olson has cancer, and I film that inadvertently, because I'm not going to do that intentionally, I cannot be violated for that. That is the responsibility of the people protecting the information. So a member of the general public, so people coming up and saying, you're violating HIPAA laws, and I just laugh at them, and I'm like, that is ridiculous. I can't violate a HIPAA law because I am not sworn to protect the private medical information that's on these documents or so forth. So, you know, so... Right. It's a responsibility of the person getting the information. So
in the healthcare profession.
Right. So, and I'm pretty sure the police are not under that HIPAA, so I'm guessing that fire department is as well, because you guys are not technically medical you know what I mean? But like...
Actually, you know, we do have to, because EMT and paramedics, the information that we're given from a patient,
Right.
we are.
Okay.
Yeah, we do have to.
Okay. All right. I wasn't sure. So.
Yeah, so we are. So, but you know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure LAPD.
No, LAPD is not, because I've brought it up before, and people have chimed in and said that they are, because I have filmed DUI checkpoints, and so at these DUI checkpoints, LAPD has a trailer, and I'm like, and they have a bench where people are handcuffed to out on a public sidewalk, and they've approached me and said, please don't film those people, and I'm like, I'm not here to humiliate or embarrass anybody, but they're out on a public street, okay? And so, and they're like, well, we don't want to violate any personal medical information. And I just start laughing at them, and I'm like, yo, you mean HIPAA? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, it's just this. Nobody seems to understand the basics of HIPAA. And I've gone back to these DUI checkpoints, and magically, people wind up in the trailer. And I'm like, yeah, you know why that trailer is there? It's there to create privacy. And the legal team from LAPD said, we need to have a trailer to be able to take people's private medical information, so it doesn't happen on a sidewalk outside of Universal Studios. So.
Right.
I gotcha. Well, cool. Well, listen, I appreciate your talking to me, and
Oh yeah, and you've educated me as well, just in the short time that we've talked. So I appreciate that as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, just wanted to let you know I'll put the guy's name in, and I'm going to mention that I spoke to you and that you were great. So I appreciate it. So, thank you.
Yeah, and if you have any other questions or concerns, or when you guys find that guy's name, call me back, let me know, and I'll
Yeah, it was. Hajar, Hajjar.
Oh, okay, Austin.
Yeah, Austin Hajar. Yeah, because I looked him up on Transparent California. So he's making $250,000 a year, forcing people off of public parks. So, you know. And listen, my camera is an objective. I mean, you get to see the interaction. So I don't make anybody look good or make anybody look bad. Everybody makes themselves look good or makes themselves look bad. You know, I'm merely here documenting the fall of society. So, and so, you know, and like I said, when he realized that he messed up, possibly on the HIPAA, he said that the public park was closed for that day. So, yeah, I mean, it just he just keeps making, you know what I mean? Like, people just keep making, it's like people just keep lying. And he eventually, I'm almost sure that he talked to you that day, because he was on the phone quite a bit.
Yeah, now that you said, I have so many guys that...
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah. So, because he...
But in fact, I told someone, I go, well, always feel free to give my number out, because I'm pretty objective, and I don't mind talking to anybody.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Especially if I'm, one of my guys has offended you or said something, inappropriate. I just want to make sure that.
But I appreciate you're setting him straight the day of, because, like I said, he tucked tail and he split, and he did not show back up for the rest of the duration of the day. So that was probably a really good.
I did talk to him.
If you gave him instructions to just get the fuck out of there, he took your direction. So.
Yeah, I did. I said that, I said you can film. Let him film.
Yeah.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate your talking to you. Okay.
You bet.
All right.
You bet.
All right.
Anytime.
All right.
All right. Take care. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.
Cool. Thanks so much.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
YouTube, thanks so much for being here. This story was an absolute train wreck on so many levels. Core completely failed. The LA Fire Department, man, these guys, they just keep fucking it up. So, Austin Hajar, great job. Great job on making the LAFD look professional and as if they know what they're talking about. So leave a comment below. Let me know. Like I said, one of two things took place. Either firefighter Hajar knew exactly what he was talking about and was just trying to use his position of power to get me bounced off the property, or if you think he was simply naive and doesn't know anything about HIPAA. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. I went back on 2 separate days, and it was an absolute travesty on those days as well on a different level. So please stay tuned to this channel for more videos and follow-up on the Hansen Dam. Say that 10 times really quick, not to be confused with Handsome Dan. So, who is Handsome Dan? Thank everybody for your support. I could not have gotten here without you guys. I want to give a shout out to the captain, the LAFD captain that I spoke to on the phone. He was very professional. He says he's going to rectify this situation. We're going to do a follow-up. I am going to be calling the equivalent of internal affairs with LAFD and see what they have to say. So thanks so much. I love all of you. Subscribe, like, leave a comment. I love everybody here. Except that one guy. We all know who he is.